You ever get ready to sit down to record some of your videos, but you're noticing maybe you're hungry, you're a little tired, dehydrated, you're feeling all of these things, maybe you gotta use the bathroom. All of a sudden, as soon as you get ready to record, it seems like all hell breaks loose. Well, I'm gonna be giving you some of my 5 pro tips that I use before I actually get ready to record content that should make your life that much easier. So I just got back from an incredible trip at Spokane, Washington. And one of the things that I noticed when I was doing my talk is that the creators in the room weren't really creators yet. They're copywriters, so they're writing copy for their business or sales content for their business or for other clients, but they're hesitant when it comes to making YouTube videos like this. So I want to share some of my pre-record pro tips so that when you're getting ready to jump into content creation, you know some of the stuff that you should be doing the day before to make the actual record day that much easier. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
So remember, these are pre-record days, so you want to do this at least the day before, and the sooner that you get in the habit of doing this, the more it becomes like muscle memory. The first of those is going to be number 1, hydrate. Anytime I'm getting ready to record, I usually have 2 beverages. One is for coffee and one is for water. And I'm just about always, no matter how much water I drink, still having water with me, because some of anything that could happen will happen when you get ready to record. Having a dry throat or a dry mouth, and if you are making mouth noises, this is especially good when you're doing podcasting. Anytime you're making a bunch of nasty mouth noises, that's coming from being less hydrated than you should be when you're getting ready to record. One of the things I like to do, especially for podcasting, number 1, I side address the microphone a little bit, which means not turning it straight up and down, because that would be true side address. If your microphone, like the Shure SM7B, is a top address mic and you need to talk at it from the top, not the side, I put it off to the side so that it still catches my audio, but at the same time, it's more direct and you still hear it with all of the mouth noises and plosives and stuff like that. Same is true even with wearing like a lapel microphone. It's pointing this way. It's going to sound a little muffled because better audio would be from the chest area than from the throat area. We think audio is coming from here, but it needs to be down here. Just side note tips and stuff that'll help you with recording. Let's move on to number 2. A lot of hand motions and things today. They're like Pac-Man. So number 2 is charge everything. Everything you can think of. Charge your phone. If you're using a wireless mic, like right now I'm trying to give the DJI wireless mic some more love, but these honestly stay charged. I haven't charged these in probably about 3+ weeks and they're still fully packed on, ready to go. I shouldn't have did that because now it's picking up audio from here as well. Let's close it. Either way, both of these are already charged because I wasn't sure which one I would actually end up using. The camera batteries are charged, all of them. Even if I was just recording stuff the night before, charge it again so that you're always topping your stuff off and you're not having to stop and switch batteries, because that breaks the flow. And once you find out what your creative flow state is, you want to stay in it as much as possible. Even if I was going to use the ZV-E10 for something, that's sitting right here so I don't have to get up and go get it. If I was going to use it for B-roll or whatever, my phone is right here in case I need to use it for B-roll, which I already have for some things today, so that I can use it literally everything that you can think about that you even might use or might need, whether it's a prop or whatever. Charge everything so you don't even have to think about it. Even your watch, literally charge everything. And number 3 comes in from my video tip that I'm actually going to make a video about this, about my simple note system. If you all have my book, The One Right Video, you already know what this is, which is my capture, in progress, and done folder setup. When I'm getting ready to put something in progress, I'm in the process of recording, what I'll do is create that subfolder like I talked about in the book, but I'll use emojis to number what these are. You can use regular numbers, but those tend to work weird in the Apple Notes app, but I'll pin what I need at the top so it's separate from, like, let's say I got 7 video ideas today that I'm going to be recording. I may have like 5 or 7 more. That's like if I have still the energy tank being high and I can record those, or maybe they're shorts, whatever. First ones in the logical order, what I'm most excited to talk about to what I'm least excited to talk about, because that's, I want to properly put the energies there. Pro tip, the reason why I keep putting at the bottom of my list what I'm least excited to create with versus putting that first when I have more energy per se, is because your energy will build the more that you're creating, the more successful that you are in checking stuff off on your list. That achievement kind of energy kicks in and you're like, yeah, I'm in a happy and good flow state, things are going well, etc., etc. So now I want to leverage that energy that I have when I'm getting to the end, because I'm like, I'm almost done. Let's crank this out. I'm ready to go. Even on days when I'm in a lot of pain or I'm taking a lot of medicine, I'll still do it that way because I'm amping myself up. The more that I check stuff off and I'm having more success by making more of the videos, things are going well. Maybe I had some flubs that were funny, whatever in the video that make you feel good. Your energies matter just as much as your notes or B-roll and all the rest of the creative stuff. So a little pro tip there. But I'll pin and number all of my video ideas in my notes app and start recording those in that chronological order. Then I'll go back once the video is done on my phone. I'll put a green check mark so that those categorize a little differently. And I know that that video is done. And again, every time I'm going to my notes, I want that success metric, that achievement, just energy building up on the inside that I'm getting this done. So you got to work from a psychological and actual tangible setup when you're doing stuff. Being a creator wouldn't sound like it helps that much, but it actually helps a lot. Number 4 is I'm going to back up and format my SD cards the day before. If you already have a set time that you're going to be recording content, you screw yourself up the more tasks that you have for yourself to do before you record. The only thing I want to do before I record, use the restroom, make sure my water bottle and stuff is full, and then just sit down and do it because I don't want distractions. Most of my stuff that I'm already doing is easy and systemized to do because I can tell the ALEXA person to turn the lights on or say that I'm ready to record. That turns all of the right lights on. Pretty sure it's probably the same with the Google Assistant as well, but I can just say those words and the electronic things that need to fire off for me to get ready happen. Even when I have my A6400 that I had in the closet, that would also turn on because I'm using AC power to it. The other thing that I do for mobile devices and my watch and all that stuff is I'll have a filming focus mode that puts all of my stuff into do not disturb, doesn't allow anything to come in, any messages to pop up, so that I'm not distracted. The only things that should be available to me are my notes app, and then if I need to go back to, let's say, the YouTube setup app or whatever, so I can see a comment or something like that. But when you format your SD cards and get all that stuff together the day before, just makes it easier for you to sit down and crank out your stuff. Number 5, double check your notes the day before. When you have a set amount of bulk time to record your content, you don't want to eat into that planning or still picking up stuff. The only things that I've found that I recurringly do incorrectly is forget a prop. If I say, oh, I wanted to show you the FZ100 battery and then I didn't have it here, then I'm like, crap. I let the video keep rolling unless I'm using Ecamm Live and I'm at the desk recording, because then I can use the pause feature and I'll say, pausing for the plane. Wish we had a pause button on the cameras or something else. But that way my editor knows I'm taking a break in the in-between so the footage matches. Pro tip, whether you have a video editor or you're doing this yourself, still add gaps of time and do the smile and hold that I talked about in the previous video. I'll link up above. Still have that in there because in your mind, you're picking up from where you left off at. You still need to smile and hold so that that stuff, those segments fit well together, even if you're just getting water, getting a prop, using the restroom, whatever. From recording on the camera, I just usually let that record on, or if it is another clip, if it's going to be a longer gap of time, then I'll do that. But a little pro tip for you there. And the big pro tip that I want you all to make sure that this really resonates with you, not just because I'm saying it, because you really need this tip, is to stop overthinking all of the stuff. The day before you get ready to record, and even when you get ready to sit down and record, every little thing starts to become a problem. Something like cleaning my glasses becomes a problem. So to close that loop, what I started doing and making a habit was keeping the loop from opening to begin with. Because anytime you have too many learning curves to equal a circle. But what about after you've already learned a thing and you're just having to do it for this routine or this habit? Let's close the loop of me always having to clean my glasses before I record by fixing that the day before. So every evening when I'm done working, these are my work glasses. I have others that I wear for personal time. So I'm also making that mental shift. And I'm also separating that from my work and my play or relaxing and stuff like that. So I'll take these glasses off. I clean them immediately, place them in the same place on the computer. So they're always in the same spot. I can find them. And then I know when I'm getting ready to record, I don't have to start off like, oh, sit down, do all this stuff, check the mic levels. And then all of a sudden like, oh crap, I can't see. My glasses are dirty, because now you're more consciously aware of stuff to, you know what I mean? Like it just becomes Hell, let's not do that. Let's just fix the issues, close the loops before they even open up. So when you're overthinking, you're creating more problems. But I don't want to dive into this on this video. I'm actually going to talk about this in a dedicated video. I'll put a link up on the card and it will be popping up on the screen if that video is already ready for you to watch right now, which if it's not, click on the other one on the screen. You'll like them both. Are you an entrepreneur struggling to get your brand noticed through video content? Look no further. The One Right Video is the ultimate guide to creating videos that will amplify your brand and grow your business. It's jam-packed with practical tips and strategies to help entrepreneurs just like you succeed in video content creation and be among the first to get your hands on a copy of the One Right Video. Go to onerightvideo.com.